What's up, guys? User friendly here. I wanted to talk about trinkets. We just got 9.0.5 or whatever patch they just put in. They buffed Rylax Stalkers, so apparently it's on par with Soulforge Embers at the moment. If you don't want to use Soulforge Embers, that's single target, obviously. Soulforge Embers still, from what I read, is simming much stronger AoE. I would imagine Rylax Stalkers isn't complete crap for AoE because it does just increase pet crit damage, I think. I made one today just for safekeeping here. When Bestial Wrath is active, your pet's critical damage dealt is increased by 35%. Yeah, so I assume that'll work off of Beast Cleave as well. But Soulforge Embers is still really powerful. And if you're going to play in Mythic Plus, I recommend keeping it. It's probably decent on single target raid fights, especially ones if you're not completely comfortable with keeping Soulforge Embers up. But whatever, it's a personal decision. Mainly what I want to talk about is on-use trinkets. There's a couple things that I've been thinking about today. I'm using a heroic Dreadfire vessel from Castle Nathria and the Memory of Past Sins, which I think is a Nerva. I got this out of my cache. So yeah. This is a minute and a half cooldown. This is a 2-minute cooldown. I was doing my math today. I have them both macroed into two different abilities. I have them macroed into Bestial Wrath, and I also have them macroed into Barb Shot. They're really easy to macro in. You just put use 13, use 14. I have 14 first, which is the Dreadfire vessel. The logic being, if you use... When you use a trinket, there's a 30-second window. Maybe it's 20 seconds? I think it's 30 seconds. There's a 30-second internal cooldown on trinkets, so you can't pop them both at the same time. If you pop your Dreadfire vessel first, and then 30 seconds later, or you pop your Memory of Past Sins first, 30 seconds later you pop Drakefire, they're both going to be available at the same time again, and you're going to waste 25% of your Drakefire vessel damage, which just got buffed in this patch. I think they buffed all the on-use trinkets. So if you're going to macro both of them in and use them both on cooldown, you're going to want Drakefire to go first. That way, I think it's like every fourth Drakefire vessel they line up, and you're going to end up delaying your memory for 30 seconds, but it's much less overlap if you pop your Drakefire first. So this is just an on-use. It just does single target damage. It's a nice chunk of damage, but that's it. What I wanted to talk about was Memory of Past Sins. I hadn't been monitoring this trinket, but unfortunately, it seems that the only thing that actually uses this buff that applies this is Cobra Shot, which is awful because when you use this trinket, I think the buff lasts 30 seconds or something like that, and you have 5 charges. The debuff, however, only lasts like 6 seconds, or 7 seconds, something. I don't know, maybe it's 10. We'll see in a minute here. But the problem is it's really easy for the debuff on the target to fall off long before you use up all your charges. Because if you're going through your normal rotation, you're avoiding Cobra Shot. And that makes it so that if you're not paying attention and actively monitoring this, you're going to lose your buff, which isn't a whole lot of damage, but I mean, it's a percentage increase on that. You want to use them up. I don't know that for sure. To be honest, it may just be in your best interest to just continue the normal rotation, but I'm trying to make it so that I get my stacks up every time. I'm going to use it and show you guys my weak aura. I have a weak aura for showing my stacks with the cooldown, and right next to it is a weak aura for the debuff on the target. So let's go in here. I'm going to pull the Cobra Shot so you can see the application. Now, if I pop my Cobra Shot, it takes, in addition to taking a second to go up, it takes a second for it to actually land and for you to get the buff. And there goes my Drake Fire Vessel. So, if you don't do that, if you don't throw Cobra Shots on purpose, oh, Jesus, Soul Opinion, that's fun. You're gonna waste your stacks. If it's in the heat of battle, it's not the end of the world to delay a kill command or a barb shot. Well, this is my decision. I don't know how to sim that, to be completely honest with you guys, but I would imagine that it's in your best interest to get the full use out of the trinket to make sure that you're getting the stacks. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna link, group up the weak auras. I have the weak auras set so that the debuff one only shows if the buff is active on you. So once the debuff goes away, or once the buff goes away, you're not bothering to monitor the buff anymore. You might want to change that if you are coordinating with somebody else. I personally don't think there's anybody else in my raid group who uses that trinket, unfortunately. If there was, I would try to coordinate with them. Because that's going to make a difference. You're going to get an extra 5% damage out of it for everybody who uses that trinket, you know what I mean? But yeah, I have also set up 2 weak auras, just so you guys can see my crazy weak auras. I set up 1 down here for each one of the trinkets. Just the memory and the Drake Fire. They just bounce in combat when the trinkets are available. You can see memory of past sins is available right now. So it's up. Debuff goes. You can see the trinkets or the charges. 1 on the thing. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like I said, I just have them macroed into 2 different abilities so that they get used as frequently as possible. May not be fantastic in Mythic Plus for the memory, but at least it guarantees uptime, which at the end of the day is probably the most important thing. Making sure that you get every cast if that's that you can. So, but yeah, just something to think about, especially since, from what I've read, I didn't read the numbers on this, but I read an article or something popped up in my feed that they buffed almost all the unused trinkets. I know Drake Fire was like 7,000 or something, and now it's 10,000 for the heroic version. So it was best in slot before. It's even better now. It crits for 20k, 21k, something like that. I don't know that it's affected. It's not affected by Bestial Wrath, but it is affected by, or this is true pre 9.0.5 whatever, but I assume that it's true now. It's affected by Wild Spirits, because Wild Spirits, the text on Wild Spirits is inaccurate. If you read the text of Wild Spirits, it tells you that it applies Hunter's Mark to all targets inside it, which would lead you to believe that it's regular Hunter's Mark. Oh, they changed it. They fixed it in 2.0.5 or 9.0.5. Evoke the energy of Wild Spirits and apply Wild Mark. While the Wild Spirits are active, each damaging ability you repet in a target area will strike up to 5 nearby targets. It also increases the damage that you do to anything with Wild Mark by 5%. I don't know why that's not in the tooltip, especially since they obviously went through the trouble of changing. Before 9.0.5, the text for Wild Targets or Wild Spirits said that it applied everything in the area with Hunter's Mark. But if you read now, it says wild mark damage taken from the hunter increased by 5%. So honestly, I don't know why it doesn't say that in the tooltip that increases the damage that everything takes from you by 5%, but it does. So that affects Drake Fire Vessel. So it's not a whole lot, but it's a difference. Personally, I don't think I read. Ooh boy. The opener wants us throwing Wild Spirits first, but I don't do that. If you guys watch my videos and watch how I open, I always throw Trap. I throw Flare. I throw 2 Barb Shots. I cast Bestial Wrath. I throw another Barb Shot, and then I throw Wild Spirits so that everything in my Wild Spirits is a DPS ability. I'm not flaring in Wild Spirits. I'm not tar trapping in Wild Spirits because none of those things trigger Wild Spirits.
You have found it.
Damage, at least. So,
Aid is most appreciated.
I will
Service,
link, or I'll add my little weak auras to my Wago. So if anybody is interested, I mean they're not complicated, but if you don't make weak auras regularly, it may not be the easiest thing to duplicate. But if you want them, you can have them. Other than that, I wish you guys luck. You got any questions about anything? Let me know. And that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and finish this Torghast here. Just for shits and giggles. But I'm just going to be blabbering. If you like listening to me blabber, here's your chance. I'm really interested to see the logs. I mean, we did a mythic last night. We saved our lockout from last week. We killed Huntsman, we killed Hungering Devourer, and we killed Enerva. And then Council of Blood is our progression fight right now. But I was second on DPS to a Death Knight on Hungering Devourer. So I was kind of proud. I know that recently they nerfed marksmanship. From what I understand, their Rylax Stalkers or whatever, their Serpent Sting applying shenanigans was double dipping into Wild Spirits, which just made their burst window even more ridiculous inside Wild Spirits with True Shot. So, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of glad because that seems that they literally, in the patch notes, call it a bug. So I don't understand how it was allowed to go on as long as it was. If it was a bug and a known bug to the point where you're calling it a bug, I don't get how this could have just been discovered, and if it wasn't just discovered, like why wasn't it taken out long ago? So I don't know. I like seeing the marksmanship hunters get the nerf bat. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm kind of a jerk. But it's nice to have some humility put into them. I don't know. I like Beastmastery. I like the rotation. I don't like the feel of marksmanship. I don't like the fact that in marksmanship causes you to just legitimately not use procs. I don't like that play style. Man, these are 3 really good powers. I'm going to take that just because there's a chance I'll be able to buy Soulforge Embers at the vendor. Let's do that. Let's do that. Blood Gorge Leech. I'm not worried about my life, so we're just going to go ahead and take that. And put my Ravenous Anima over here. We're going to use these two, and we're going to see what we get. I guess I'll take the Hunter's Mark, and we'll take a slow trap. What is our trap to? Up now, 65%. 90%, 95% tar trap is spectacular. Even more so on twisting corridors, but it's alright here too. Oh, sweet. I love these straight ones. We can mow right through them. We got Soul Seal Pinion. I don't have my misdirect anymore. But we will Soul Seal Pinion and mess some guys up. Yes, just saw my Soul Seal Pinion weak aura, which only pops up in here because we don't have Soul Seal Pinion anywhere else. Alright, Misdirect's gonna be ready. I'm gonna use my Ravenous Anima Orb on this guy and get the fire damage reduction. Misdirect. I was gonna blow Wild Spirits here, but I don't think that's necessary. Up our crit healing and damage. We're gonna get another stack of awesome tar trap. We're gonna loot our bodies, do the looterang just to make sure we got everything, and up we go. Let's get a pack or two of these guys before we pop Wild Spirits. Come on, guys. I might die here. That was some clever use of our mechanics that you just saw. I'm pretty sure I don't have a stack of the Tortola and Super Turtle Shell. If that would have been the case, that would have been even better. But I'm pretty sure I don't have that in this run. Nope. Right. Let's bust these. Misdirected on cooldown. There we go. Burn you jokers while we get these guys. I'm down to nothing in Soul Ash, guys, because I just made the Relic Stalkers. I have my pair of survival boots, and I have the marksmanship shoulders just in case. Because you never know, you never know. I'm going to wait till my Soulforge Embers is up. I'm going to do that, and then we'll stun this guy. And we don't have Wild Spirits, but get a little bit of a burn going on in that window. Soulforge Pinion is OP. Let's do Maw Rats just so we can get through here quicker. Excuse me, guys. Alright, floor 5. We don't have Wild Spirits. Let's break these. Go ahead and group all these guys up. 10 seconds. Pew. Alright, let's get everybody together. On your Soul Steel Pinion is a death sentence. An absolute death sentence to things. Let's see, I took the agility over the versatility there. It's always going to be the better choice. Slow everybody down. So many barb shots. Personally, I'm going to be keeping my eyes on the Kapla. I think that's how it's pronounced. That legendary that makes it so that barb shots resets the cooldown on kill command. 10% increased damage and applying barb shot resets the cooldown on kill command. I think that with the one with the pack and the bloodletting might out DPS Soulforge or whatever on single target. Come back over here, nerds. I really like that idea of going back to, you know, an infinite number of barb shots, being able to drop a kill command every time that you barb shot, being able to go back to critical strike. It's a secondary stat. So, also the uptime on Bestial Wrath that's going to come with that. But, I mean, I don't know the trade-off between that and the damage increase of Bestial Wrath. But, I mean, that benefits from the crit, too. So, I don't know. I don't know. Is there a monster up here? No? Boom. All the way up here for some phantasm. We're gonna make people angry here. Just obliterated. I want you guys, hey, come on over here. Boo. You still stuck in the tar trap, booger man. You got hit by my Drake fire vessel, so you're exploded. Go with the hunter's mark. I'm not honestly using it, but I will be using it on bosses, and that's all that really matters. Let's run up one last key up here. Let's go get this chest. That's a nice DPS ability. You guys ain't going nowhere. And you're all gonna bleed to death from Soulforge Embers. We have 95% traps. Yep. You're still alive? Shut up. Alright, we got like 20 seconds left on Wild Spirits. Let's go back and grab this spirit real quick. Right in the middle of the ooze. Wild Spirits is almost ready. So I can throw it by a thing. Alright, and let's go in. And obliteration. Let's do that. Might as well. Can't hurt. Alright, let's see what last powers we got here before we mess up this last boss. And mess him up we shall. Let's see if there's anything fantastic. Ooh, let's buy that. We can still buy one anima, so. There's no DPS potion. Sell my gray items, because, you know, hey. Like double Soulforge Embers would have been great, you know, in the beginning, but still good for damage. She'll take a fogged crystal. No, we can no jump. Who cares? I don't think we're gonna need it on this boss. You know, I wonder. Yeah, range on Hunter's Mark. Oh, they changed it. Oh, sweet. You can apply a marksmanship advantage from anywhere now. But, you know, I'm gonna hold on a second, guys. We're gonna check something. I was noticing this last night in raid. I wonder if a Hunter's Mark will go away. Yep, that's cool. So, why is that happening? I don't know, that doesn't happen in a raid. Oh, my Wild Spirits isn't ready. Boo. We're gonna go ahead and wait for Wild Spirits before we Soul Steel Pinion. You can steal my vitality all you want, man. Wild Spirits is gonna come up and it ain't gonna matter. Boop. Alright. Kill command, Soulforge Embers. Break Fire Vessel. One hit, 35k. Yeah, corrupted antenna. Yeah. Alright guys, well that's it. I'll post my week grows up. Anybody's got any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.